Live right now. Okay, we're live.
Okay.
So, what inspired you to make this fan film in the first place?
I think I said it on my Instagram account before, but it was actually on the Spider-Man Lost Cause fan film. Because
Ah,
I first heard about it actually on some of his channel when he did the commentary for it. Like I watched the commentary for it, then saw a fan film, so they kind of already spoiled half of it. But
so, what continuity is this based on? Like, is it based off the comics or the movies or the TV shows, or is it like an original story? Because, like my fan film, for instance, is an original story.
well, it's sort of like it is my original story, but I'm taking small, tiny aspects referencing stuff from Rainey's and Webb's films. So I'm not taking plot lines from their films, but I'm just from references to scenes from their films, something like that. And I will be taking stuff from the comics as well, and TV shows probably as well. I don't know. The script's not finished yet, so yeah.
Um, and will it be an origin?
It will be an origin. I'm trying to make it as different as possible from Raimi's and Webb's, but of course they've done basically all kind of incarnation in the origin. So I'm trying to make it mine a bit different. Hopefully it'll be sort of different.
So, how big is the cast?
Let me think. Let me think on that. Okay, so there's me. I'm playing Spider-Man. There's my friend Hayden. He's playing Harry Osborn. Um, we're getting this stuff. My cousin Kyle's playing Norman Osborn. I think Cody's playing the villain, which I'm not confirming yet. I know who he is, but I'm not saying who it's gonna be yet. There's also my friend Grant's playing Flash Thompson. There's also my friend Scott's playing a character from the Marvel Comics, which it will be an interesting thing once that gets revealed of who he's playing. And I know I'm forgetting someone. Let me, I think I got everybody. Did I? Oh yeah, then there's my brother playing Herman Schultz, aka Shocker. But he will not be called Shocker or wear the costume in the film, but he will have prototypes of the gauntlets.
Ah, so is there any possibilities of this eventually expanding into a shared universe in the near future?
Okay, so interesting there. Of course, there's a sequel plan for this film, and confirming right now on your live stream, there are two spin-offs coming out after the Web of Legends. There are two spin-offs. We're not going to confirm what they are yet, but there are two spin-offs coming after it.
Can you tell me if they're just Spider-Man related characters, or are they just going to be like Marvel characters?
They're Marvel characters. They'll be teased in Web of Legends. They'll both be teased in that film, and will then be brought into these spin-off films. And plan for this film, man. Confirming right now on your live stream. There are two spin-offs coming out after. I'm not sure what. Oh.
Yeah, that was.
I'm getting.
Yeah, is that on your computer? Because I can hear the what we're saying.
What's happening? They're Marvel characters.
Is that my computer? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Yeah,
I'm getting audio.
Yeah, the audio I think is just replaying. I checked to see if there was another window open, but there's no.
Man, I'm not sure what. I can barely hear you because of this audio.
Is there a chance of Miles Morales ever appearing in future films?
Yeah, so can I.
So yes.
So Miles Morales. I don't think.
Yeah, the audio. Huh?
Let me close some of my windows. Maybe that'll work.
Okay. Except for the one where you're on the live stream.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So. I'm not. I'm not gonna really. I can't really say anything about Miles Morales because, like, I don't know how far the series is gonna go really. So I can't really say if Miles Morales will ever appear though. So yeah.
Will there be any love interest?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Are there going to be any love interests?
Love interests? Well, we have Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane in this film. Gwen, like, the thing is, there's not neither of them is gonna be like they're not dating Peter. Like, Peter has a crush on Gwen in the film, but they won't. Them dating will be teased, but they will not. It will actually not be shown. And Mary Jane, like what I'm doing with Mary Jane is sort of like Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon show, where basically it's like the love interest is Gwen, but MJ's just his friend.
Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna ask?
This audio's getting irritating.
So what's the so far? What is the most challenging part of making a fan film?
The sound? What?
No. What is the most challenging part about making the fan film?
Costume is probably. That's probably like. I'm still working on lots to do for Spider-Man's, but the villains probably. I'm still trying to work out how much to do for what his costume. It's gonna be ridiculous.
So, is there any chance of like some Spider-Verse-esque, either Spider-Verse or some Spider-Verse-esque fan film in the future where Spider-Man, goes up against?
I don't know about Spider-Verse stuff. Like, I don't think Spider-Verse is a possibility of happening. Like, because that'd be harder to do. Because even if I ever would do Spider-Verse, I would probably do like only a few number of Spider-Mans, like 2099, like Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, and Scarlet Spider-Man, and that'd probably be it. But I don't see the possibilities of Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Would you ever do like a Spider-Verse-esque film where you would have like, say like two different fan films colliding? Like fan film universe Spider-Man.
Well, I'm really not sure about the Spider-Verse. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I really cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, would you ever consider putting, let's say, two, like Spider-Man fan film universes together? Say like two different fan films colliding.
Oh, that. Oh. Well, that would be an awesome idea to do. Like, I'm not sure if that would happen. Like, if that ever would happen, the idea of like having my fan film colliding with other Spider-Man universes, if that's what you're talking about. If that would happen, that I don't think it would be a possibility. Like, if that was a possibility to happen, I would like ask your Spider-Man from your universe to be in it. And like, I'm not sure that would be a possibility because that one seemed like a very hard thing to do.
Yeah. Would you ever consider putting Venom in the universe?
Huh?
Would you ever consider putting Venom into the universe?
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You need to speak up. I cannot hear because there's audio overlapping.
Okay. Would you ever consider putting Venom into future films?
Well, again, another hard thing to do because Venom, he's a hard character to do, so I'm not sure how I would do that. So, yeah.
Would you ever consider putting Carnage into the universe?
Again, very hard. Like, if Carnage were ever to appear, maybe he would first probably appear as Cletus Cassidy and not Carnage. Yeah, just a generic killer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I noticed you were holding the contest, and you also said that you were going to use the superhero song. Is there going to be like a montage similar to the montage in Spider-Man Lost Cause where they show all the videos while that song plays.
Well, if you saw my recent Instagram posts on the accounts, you'll see that song. It's a part of the soundtrack. It's not going to be a big it's not gonna be like a big montage. There's going to be brief shots of that videos. So it's not going to be a lot. Like, so far there's only your video we have for that scene. So yeah.
Would you ever put Black Cat into the universe?
Black Cat. I don't know. Like, I like Black Cat as a character, but I don't think it'd be a character I'd be interested in using in a fan film. So yeah.
What would be your 5 favorite Spider-Man fan films that are out now?
5 favorite Spider-Man fan films.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've only seen this Lost Cause fan film and Intractable. That's literally all I've seen.
Yeah.
So like, I can't really answer.
Yeah, I've seen some fan films that are really good and some that are not so good. Like Spider-Man: Born of the Goblin, that wasn't so good. That had a little kid playing Uncle Ben, and Harry killed Uncle Ben, so it wasn't great. But
5 favorite Spider-Man fan films. Okay.
So, anyways, so would you ever consider putting Deadpool into the universe?
Ever considering putting who?
Deadpool into the universe.
Deadpool.
Into like the universe.
Well, let me think. Deadpool. He seemed like even more harder than Venom because a fan film about him, like putting him into a fan film, like because he can put back any body part that gets cut off. So it's kind of seems hard to do. So like, but if I were to put Deadpool in a fan film, it'd be almost like an alternate universe Deadpool because it'd be like the Deadpool from my Saturday Deadpool show on my YouTube channel, where it's basically not that complicated with him. So yeah.
Would you? Which costumes are the hardest?
Scenes are the hardest.
Yeah, which costumes are the hardest?
Spider-Man doesn't seem like the most hardest costume. All I really need to do is just buy a normal suit and just put in my small customizations I added onto my suit concept art. The main villain, he seemed like the hardest suit to make. Like, I can't say who it is, but I'm still trying to think how am I gonna make his suit because it's very hard to do.
Do you think, when do you estimate that the fan film will come out?
When it will come out? Well, here's the thing though. I'm not done the script. I'm like only half. I'm like somewhere near the beginning still of the script, which sounds very bad and lazy of me.
Yeah.
For one thing, we also don't have the whole cast yet. We still need Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, Uncle Ben, Aunt May, and someone to play Dr. Connors and Uncle Ben's killer. So yeah, maybe it could come out near somewhere where I'm in high school because I'm about to enter high school in September. So maybe somewhere there. I don't know. Maybe.
Will Kurt Connors ever become the Wizard?
Maybe, maybe not. I really don't know about that one.
Okay, what else was I gonna ask? Yeah. Would you ever consider putting Green Goblin in it? Or in like sequels or something?
Green Goblin is a possibility. I'm planning on Green Goblin in some film. I'm planning Norman Osborn will become Green Goblin in the fan film universe. I just don't know at what point when he'll become Green Goblin. So, because I'm working out how I'll do him also, because he seems also very complicated to try and do. So, yeah.
So, it's going to be Norman Osborn, not Harry. At first, at least. Because there are a lot of fan films where Harry just becomes the Green Goblin at first.
Well, I don't think Harry will become a goblin in my fan film series. It possibly will just be Norman. Of course, Norman's not the main bad guy of this first film. He's just sort of hard to explain what he's sort of in this film. So sort of just like a not really a side film, but just something possibility. So yeah.
Would you ever consider putting J. Jonah Jameson in either this film or an upcoming film?
Any upcoming fan films for Harry?
No. Would you ever consider putting J. Jonah Jameson in any films, like either this film or upcoming sequels?
Well, he's not in this. He's not in this fan film right now. I'm saying that right now. He's not appearing in the first fan film. He might appear in the sequel to Web of Legends. So maybe.
Will he be mentioned? Because like in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, they mention J. Jonah Jameson, and you see an email from him, but you don't actually see J. Jonah Jameson. So will it be like that?
Definitely. Like we will reference him definitely. Like there'll be references to him definitely, no doubt. So yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite Spider-Man movie so far?
Okay. Like, I'm not. It's so far still just currently Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, I don't think you're a big fan of that film, but like, I just like it because it kind of feels like Spider-Man. Like they have the good costume, but like very good comedy down. But I do admit the bad parts, like Rhino was a bit wasted in that. Complicated plot lines.
And Kafka.
What?
And Kafka, the male Kafka.
Oh yeah. Like for Amazing Spider-Man 2 or my fan film?
No, I mean in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Kafka.
Oh yeah, he was
wasted.
Yeah, he was wasted as well. So
yeah, Kafka is a female in the comics.
Yeah, I know.
But who would you like to play Spider-Man in the legit, like the Marvel Studios Spider-Man movie that's coming up?
Well, of course, Asa Butterfield's close to making a deal. That's who I'm rooting for right now. I was rooting for a couple people at first. Like, I was at first rooting for Logan Lerman when I first heard he was on a casting list by Sony. That's when I was rooting for Dylan O'Brien, down rooting for Asa Butterfield.
Yeah. So, anyways, but now that we've mentioned it, would you consider putting Kafka into the universe?
Maybe. Like, if I were going to put Kafka, he'd probably be just some random name mentioned in Oscorp or something like that. Probably. I don't really know. So, yeah. I mean, I would like to do him, but I don't know about that.
Would it be the male version in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, or would it be the female version from the comics?
Probably be the female version, but there'd be some kind of tease of him being male, probably in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 film. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Would you ever consider doing the Death of Gwen Stacy story arc?
Oh. Okay, quick thing I'm about to mention here. This was a possibility I was about to do. That was going to happen in the end of Web Legends 2, but I decided to scrap that idea because I felt like I don't really want to kill off Gwen that much. So she's going to be like alive for my entire series, as far as we know so far.
Yeah. Will you ever kill off Captain Stacy?
Well, Captain Stacy's not going to be in the first fan film, so like he'll definitely be mentioned, but he won't be in Web Legends 1. So he might appear in Web Legends 2, but I don't know about killing him off though. So yeah.
Yeah. What else? Well, is there a possibility of Peter and MJ having a relationship in the sequels?
Okay. Again, this also gets complicated. In Web Legends 1, I was planned to have sort of both of them teased, because like Peter the idea was I was first gonna have Peter have a crush on Gwen, but MJ has a crush on Peter. But I scrapped the idea because I felt like it'd get too complicated and ridiculous. Their relationship might be teased. Like I might tease it, but I don't think there's a chance of them getting together in the fan film series yet.
Will the fan film be based off of any popular Spider-Man story arcs from the comics?
Not so much. Just really the origin is what we're doing. I don't know. 'Cause like I said, I haven't gotten that far with the script yet. So might be there. I could maybe some small aspects from some storylines from the comics. Maybe we don't. I don't know yet.
Would you ever consider putting Kraven?
I can't really say anything about Kraven yet. So yeah.
So let's see. Who else? Would you ever consider putting Electro in it?
Electro. Okay, another funny thing about this. Electro was also supposed to make a cameo in this first in Mobile Legends 1. But I scrapped that idea too, because I didn't want to overcrowd it with already too many people with the main villain and Herman Schultz already. So yeah.
Yeah. Was he going to be based off of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 version or the comic version?
If I were, well, he's not in the first family anymore. But if he ever does appear in the series,
yeah,
probably he'd probably be like not based off. I'm not sure how I would do Electro. He seems very hard to do. So like a lot of the villains seem hard to do.
Yeah. What are you? So is Shocker? Is he going to still have his his gauntlets?
Who, Electro?
No, Shocker.
Okay, just say what's the character again? Sorry, I really can't hear you.
Shocker.
Oh, Shocker.
Well,
like I said, we won't. He only call it Shocker or wear his suit in this film. We'll have his prototype gauntlets. Like he's working for Oscorp, is what this is. He's a employee there, so he might be half a bit dumb or half a bit smart. So that's really what it is a bit.
So, if you ever put Electro or Shocker, well, if you ever gave like Shocker his gauntlets, or if like does Shocker shoot lasers out of his hands in this, or is it just still like a prototype?
No, the prototypes will have blasters. Like he will physically use them in this film. Like they might like freak out and break on him, or maybe just like Spider-Man might just break them himself, which will then go to the full actual versions at some point during the fan film series. So I don't know.
Well, what app or program will you use for the laser beams that he shoots out of his hand?
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, let me think of another question. What other if you had to put other superheroes into the universe, which superheroes would you put?
Well, here's the first thing. Web of Legends, I established this already. There are no other superheroes besides Captain America in the universe so far. Because when Web of Legends comes out, Spider-Man will be the only superhero that exists in the universe so far. So, like Iron Man, Hulk, Ant-Man, Daredevil, people like that, they do not exist yet. Like as the fan film series progresses, other heroes will soon come into play. So maybe other heroes, maybe a simple one to do, like Iron Fist, could be introduced. So yeah.
Will Peter Parker be in high school the entire series, or will he gradually, advance in grades? Like, well, in future fan films, will he ever go into college or anything like that?
The sequel, he'll definitely still be in high school. Maybe if we do a third film of Web Legends, he probably will graduate.
Yeah. Let me think. What else? Is Richard Parker? Do you still do the storyline about Peter's parents?
Okay, no. Richard Parker and Mary Parker, they don't have anything connected to this fan film. Like, I'm not doing their plot at all in this fan film, because already Mark Webb exploited the ever-loving God out of them in his series, so they have nothing to do with their plot is in this film.
Who do you think was a better Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield, hands down. Like, I like Toby, but so in my opinion, he has too many crying scenes. So yeah.
Out of all the villains in both Raimi's films and Mark Webb's films, which would you say is the best?
Okay, if I would order these in order, first off, Dr. Octopus and the Spider-Man 2, probably the best. Number 2, probably Willem Dafoe's Goblin. Number 3 would be the Lizard. 4, probably maybe Sandman or Electro. And then Rhino and Venom would be probably at the dead bottom.
Yeah.
And New Goblin probably as well.
Yeah. So will the guy that kills Uncle Ben, will he ever be a bigger villain in future films?
His killer. Well, not really. I can't really say anything about the killer though. So yeah, but I don't like in this film. I'll say he will. I think this will be the only time he'll appear in the fan film series. So yeah.
Also, you said that Nick Haynes is going to be in it. Will he be like the version in Lost Cause where he learns Peter is Spider-Man?
Okay. I can't really say anything about Nick either. Like, for one thing, I'm not going to kill him off like I did, like Joey Lever did in his fan film. But I can't really say what he'll do in the fan film series. Like, so yeah.
Also, what would you like to? Because the next Spider-Man Lost Cause sequel is Spider-Man 2: Another World. What would you like to see happen in that sequel?
Well, like I said, I can't really say anything about Nick Haynes. Like, he'll always he's not. I will not kill him off either in any films. Like, he'll always have a big presence in the Web Legends films. He might make an appearance in a spin-off film, maybe or maybe not. I don't know.
But now you know that the next Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Lost Cause sequel, will be called Spider-Man 2: Another World. Right?
Yeah, I know.
What would you like to see happen in that fan film?
Well, looking at what the official poster Joey showed, of course, has his Spider-Man, Chief's Spider-Man, and what looks like Miles Morales Spider-Man there.
Yeah, on their Facebook, they confirmed that Miles Morales is going to be in it.
Oh, okay. So, well, of course, confirming what Joey said in their behind the scenes part 2 on this channel. He said the ending will be so tragic something. So I assume by that what he said is that there'll be some very dark and emotional, depressing stuff for all Spider-Man throughout this. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping we still see Gwen in the film. Like, I don't think he ever said if she was gonna return for it.
Yeah. Would you ever like to see MJ in Joey Lever's Spider-Man?
Aunt May?
No. In the Joey Lever Spider-Man fan films, would you like to see Mary Jane in those?
I would like to. I'm not sure if he will do Aunt May. I mean Mary Jane. Sorry, because I remember in an old video he made, he talked about how he. Were you talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 1 film, or you talking about how he loves the Peter and Gwen dating thing? I bet he might do MJ at some point. I'm not sure when. Because I think he might just try to focus more on Peter, Gwen, maybe. I don't know.
In your fan film, does Gwen know that Peter is Spider-Man? Or does she find out eventually?
Gwen in my fan film or Mary Jane?
No, Gwen. Does she figure out Peter is Spider-Man?
She probably might in one fan film. Like, if she does, it could either be it'd probably be a big emotional thing to her. Learn that one of her good friends forever is out there almost getting himself killed. So yeah, but I'm not sure if she ever will find out. I'm just saying that's what it'd be like if she does find out.
Would you consider doing any spin-off series? Because with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they have the movies and then they have the TV shows like Daredevil and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that take place in the same universe. Would you do something like that where you have like a fan series, like spin-off that takes place in the same universe as the fan films?
Um, if there were to be a fan series, I'm not sure that would happen because I don't think all the actors would be that willing to make a series itself. I think they would rather probably just do a film. I don't think they would be, because if you were doing a series, it'd always be hard to do that because they all have their own schedules, so that'd be kind of hard to do a series. So probably no series would be in this universe, so just like movies, really.
But like, would it be like a spin-off, like not about Spider-Man, but like about another character in that universe?
Oh yeah, the spin-offs will be about other characters. Like so far, there's only two, and like I said, they will be teased somewhere in Spider-Man Web Legends. So yeah, the spin-offs will like be other characters that are connected to this universe.
So if you do Cletus Cassidy, will he be as psychotic as he is in the comics?
Oh yeah, he'd be very psychotic. Like I would go try and make him as much comic actor as I can, make him very psychotic and just insane killer and stuff like that. So yeah.
Let me see. What else? What other villains would you like to put in the fan film universe, but you might have trouble putting in there?
What villain? What villain? One villain I would really like to put in the fan film universe is Hobgoblin, because since Spider-Man the Animated Series with the 5-season one, I've always liked him. Like I've liked him a bit more than Green Goblin. Like, I've always liked Hobgoblin just a bit more, so I think he'd be a kid I would like to do probably in the fan film universe.
Would you make him Roderick Kingsley, Jason Macendale? Because in the show in the '90s series, Jason Macendale became Hobgoblin, or would you do Ultimate Hobgoblin where it's Harry?
Well, I'm assuming you said something about all the other people that have been Hobgoblin. So here's the thing: if I was to pick between which Hobgoblin, I would probably have a hard time picking. So it'd be like for however many people have been Hobgoblin, it'd be like where if one person gets captured, defeated, or killed somehow, the next person would take on the role and just mess with someone's heads, going like, what's going on if I defeat this guy, or something like that. So yeah, and each time a new person takes on Hobgoblin's mental, they'd be more smarter and powerful and have better tech than the previous one.
How long do you envision the series going on for?
So far, there's Web Legends 1, 2 spin-offs, and Web Legends 2. So that's all there is in the universe so far. I don't know how far we're going to go in this universe. So, yeah.
Would you ever consider making DC fan film?
DC?
Yeah, DC, like Batman and Superman from DC.
Batman? Well, he's my favorite superhero. If I were to do a film on him, it'd be just a short film. Because Web Legends is going to be a long film, but a Batman one would be just a short one. So, yeah.
Which do you like better, Marvel or DC?
So ranking them in
no, which
Batman's always
do you like better, Marvel or DC?
I don't know. I don't know about if I would ever make a DC fan film series. If I would make DC fan films, it's probably 2 fan films and that's it. But answering your question before, Batman's always gonna be my favorite superhero. I prefer a bit more of DC comics. Some of their stories are very dark and deep. But I prefer Marvel in their movie department because they're just a bit better.
Who do you think makes better TV shows?
TVs, well, I think DC would win this place because they have so many good shows. They had Batman Animated Series, Justice Unlimited, The Flash, Arrow. What Marvel has been having the best track record so far with their shows, like Ultimate Spider-Man, Avengers Assemble, Agents of Smash, and upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think will also probably be a big flop. They're not having the best.
Yeah.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes was great. So was Spectacular Spider-Man, the cartoon show. But they're not having the best track record with their cartoons. With live action, with Shield and Daredevil, they're great. But it's sort of in between for a tie for me for both of them. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more question, and then we're gonna sign off.
Okay.
Okay. What advice would you give to somebody else who's thinking about making a Spider-Man fan film?
Oh, okay. So this is also something that Joey Lieber said, but I'm also gonna say it. And like, if you're making a fan film and you really want to do it, just don't really give up on it. Because if it's something you really want to do and like you feel inspired to do it, just do it. Like, even if there are complications and to do and like even if there are like hard things to do in your film, just get rid of those hard things and just continue on making the film. Because if you really want to make this film, just go with it. If you really want to make it, and just really don't quit on it. Like, if you quit on it, that means you failed the dream you've wanted to do for a while now. So just really don't quit on making your film. So yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for being with us.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Bye.